Hey Shannon, it's been 5 years, right?
Who is this?
Huh? You know me, right? Stop joking around. We miraculously reunited today, didn't we?
What are you talking about? Please tell me your name or I won't know what you're talking about.
Fine, I'll tell you. It's me, Tariq.
Huh?
Your ex-husband, Tariq?
How do you have my account information?
You seriously? You don't know yet? You came to the entrance ceremony at the kindergarten yesterday, right?
The entrance ceremony? Your child goes to the same kindergarten as mine?
Yep, she's my second child. It seems that my daughter is in a different class as your daughter, though. But it seems like a child of my wife's friend is in the same class as your child, so you must have exchanged contact information with her. She gave your contact information to my wife, which is how I got it.
Could you not hand out my contact information like that?
Calm down. I have no intention of getting back together with you or something. My wife knows I have your contact information, so there's no need to worry.
Your wife is Sarah, right? The woman you cheated on me with 5 years ago, which was the cause of our divorce and also an old friend of mine. It's obvious she finds the situation hilarious.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think it's hilarious as well.
Don't contact me anymore.
What?
I guess it can't be helped if we see each other at the kindergarten, but I have no intention of being friendly with you two. Bye.
Hmm. This gets more and more hilarious the more I think about it. If you, who was infertile, were at the kindergarten, then that must mean that you married someone who already had children.
Huh?
Even if you come to the entrance ceremony pretending to be a mother, it's not your actual child, so it's a bit funny thinking about it.
So you still think I'm infertile?
But you couldn't bear a child in the 3 years that we were together, right? Mom said that if a woman can't bear a child in 3 years, then she must be infertile.
But I never even got myself tested for infertility. It must have just been bad timing.
But the truth is that you couldn't have a child, which means that you're infertile. You knew this, and that's why you married a single father, right?
I'm my husband's first wife, and the child that was born between us is also his first child.
Stop being delusional.
I'm delusional?
Yeah, these are the sad fantasies of a woman who can't give birth. You really are strange.
Fine. Our children go to the same kindergarten, so we'll probably see each other again whether we want to or not. So I'll tell this to you now to prevent any misunderstandings in the future.
What is it?
I've already given birth to 3 children.
Huh?
My eldest son, who's 3 years old, the one who came to the entrance ceremony yesterday, and 2 twin daughters who were half a month ago.
Huh? You're infertile but have 3 children? That means your husband had 3 children with his previous wife, right? Stop making weird excuses, it's confusing.
I gave birth to all 3 of them.
But you're infertile and.
I told you that I gave birth after we divorced. Do you not understand that what I'm trying to say is that I'm not infertile?
Huh? You gave birth to them?
Yes, that's what I told you multiple times. Oh, and it's not like I underwent some sort of infertility treatment. I gave birth to them naturally.
Then why didn't you get pregnant in the 3 years you were married to me?
Why are you asking me that?
Tell me.
All I know is that there were no problems with my body. You think about what other possibilities there might have been. Goodbye.
Because of you, my wife took my children and went to her parents' house.
What? Don't get me involved in your fights, please.
I'm not involving you, this is your fault. I wanted to find out whether you had actually given birth to your son, so I dropped off and picked up my child to and from kindergarten as much as possible so I could have a chance to meet you.
Oh, you're talking about 10 days after the entrance ceremony, right? I was with my husband, right?
Yes, that husband. I tried to talk to you, but as I tried to approach, he suddenly appeared from behind your back. I thought I had seen him before, and so I looked closely at his face, which is when I noticed that he was the executive director at my office.
Apparently, I only found out when he told me after we got married.
I know that he has a son the same age as my daughter. When I heard that his wife gave birth to twin daughters a few months ago, does that mean that what you were saying was true?
I see. So that's why you ran off without even talking to me, your face pale. I haven't seen you since, but I'm not complaining.
Something terrible has happened to me.
What?
I did a bit of research after that and found out that men being infertile is more common than I thought. I did a DNA test with my child. The result was, well, He was my child.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, but my wife found that I had done a DNA test behind her back, and she got furious at me for suspecting her of cheating.
Oh, and that's why she took your children and went to her parents' house. But I don't see how that has anything to do with me.
If you hadn't said anything strange, I would have never have done a DNA test.
Wouldn't this have never happened if you never bothered me in the first place?
Then why did you reply to my text?
Because you still insisted that I was infertile, and you even said that my husband was a single father or something. Don't you think it was only natural for me to get annoyed and correct you?
But you were supposed to be infertile.
You were just being delusional. If you have the time to complain to me like this, then why don't you make up with your wife instead? Bye.
This is so unfair. You're so much less attractive than me, but you're the wife of an executive director? And to think that he works at the same company as Tariq. To think that she would get married with someone even better than Tariq after he threw you away. I stole Tariq from you, only for you to find someone even better. Unfair. That's so unfair. I'm gonna steal this new husband of yours.
I can't do this anymore.
Huh?
My family's on the verge of collapse again.
Oh, you're talking about how Sarah tried to seduce my husband into going to a hotel together, right? I heard that Sarah was a newly hired part-time worker at you and my husband's client company. Apparently, my husband filed a complaint, so it's only a matter of time before she gets fired, though.
What is this? Ever since I met you at the kindergarten again, my life has been crumbling apart piece by piece.
You're making this my fault again? Is this a hobby of yours or something?
Why did you put your child into that kindergarten? Did you do it on purpose? You were jealous of me and Sarah, and
I don't have enough time on my hands for such stupid matters.
you're saying this is stupid?
Yes, no matter how you look at it.
What?
Why don't you calm down and think about this logically? It just happened to be the case that we enrolled our children in the same kindergarten. I didn't do anything to you. Do you understand that?
Uh-oh.
Which means that if you hadn't went out of your way to get my contact information just to annoy me, this never would have happened. Don't make me repeat myself over and over.
Shannon, I turned in my divorce papers earlier. So could you get divorced as well and get back together with me?
Huh?
Let's just give custody of our children to our current partners and give birth to children of our own. It seems that neither of us are infertile, so you were getting a bit old to give birth, but you can handle one more, right?
Jesus, will you seriously never leave me alone?
What?
It's been medically proven that too much stress makes it more difficult to have children.
What? What are you trying to say?
Don't you get it?
Huh?
You bothering me like this all the time is a huge source of stress. Your parents were the same when they were living with us.
My parents?
Yes, they were just like you. Every time I met them, the first thing they would say was, "Give us a grandchild." They would tell me this more than a dozen times each day, which almost drove me to insanity.
But they never said that to Sarah.
Of course they didn't.
What?
You have an older child, right? Sarah got pregnant with this child, which is also why you divorced me. They wouldn't tell her to give birth to a grandchild if she already did, would they? Judging by what you said earlier, it seems that Sarah got custody of the child, so if I were to marry you again, I would be thrust back into the same hell as before with them telling me to give them a grandchild over and over. Why would I do that?
Fine, I'll keep an eye on them and make sure they don't say that to you anymore.
But I have no intention of divorcing my husband, and I have no intention of letting go of my children either.
What? Really?
Why did you even think that I want to get back together with you in the first place? There's no chance no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, but if the two of us loved each other enough.
I lost my last ounce of love for you when I found out you cheated on me with Sarah.
What? Then what should I do now? I already got divorced.
I don't know.
Just open the front door, will you?
What?
I came to pick you up. I know that the executive director doesn't go to work on Mondays. This is our chance to make an escape without being bothered. Come on, I'm outside the backyard. I can come in if I break the window in the living room. Hold on. If I could just get a hold of you for a day, then you'll have no choice but to get divorced.
Are you an idiot?
Huh? Is that how you talk to your husband?
If the executive director doesn't go to work on Mondays, then he isn't at the office now, right?
Yeah, that's why...
Then doesn't that mean there's a high probability that he's currently at home? In fact, he is.
Huh?
Apparently, he's going to tell the company about this.
No way.
We already called the police, by the way.
I hear sirens.
There's no use trying to run anymore. Goodbye. I didn't expect that he would try and break in our house and get caught by the police. Not long after that, Tyreek was fired from his job. We received an alimony from Tyreek and Sarah, and after that placed a restraining order on them. I haven't seen them since. Apparently, both of their families got involved in a fight over who would get custody of their children. Since neither of the parents were functioning adults, the grandparents of the children had to settle things for them. Each family would gain custody of one child, and they would be adopted by relatives. The relatives of both Tyreek and Sarah cut ties with their families. It seems the 6 of them, Tyreek, Sarah, and their 4 parents, all are currently unemployed. There are eyewitness accounts saying that they were living together under a bridge, but it's uncertain where they really went.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Sherry? Where the hell are you? You're such a rude sister for not coming to your sister's wedding. Huh? Is that you, Mother? It's been 5 years. By my sister, you mean Holly, right? What do you mean Holly's wedding? I wasn't told anything about it. Don't lie to me. I know you were invited. If you don't come to the wedding ceremony right now, I'm cutting ties with you. Haven't you already cut ties with me? What? Either way, today's Dad's funeral, so... Huh? Did no one tell you about it? Your ex-husband you divorced 5 years ago, my father, passed away yesterday. We had a wake for him last night, and today is the funeral. The funeral's just about to begin. Oh, and I'm the host. It's no use lying to me like that. Huh? What would I gain from lying to you about this? Do you know how hard it is for me right now? I'm not going to ask you to understand, but I never thought you would say I was lying. Do you not want to come to Holly's wedding so much that you're showing me this performance of yours? You really are a terrible sister. Not only do you not have any manners, but you're also inhuman and have no heart. I pity your sister Holly for having a sister like you. It doesn't matter what you say. It won't change the fact that Dad's funeral is currently underway. Don't hurt my feelings any further than this. What's wrong with calling a liar inhuman and heartless? I forgot to tell you, but Holly is also at the funeral. Huh? It's been 5 years since I saw her, but she came with the other relatives and has been helping out. Even though she's not related to Dad by blood, I would have been happy if she just had come to the wedding. She really is a help. You're lying again. Honestly, you never change. Sorry, but I'm going to block you until the funeral ends, alright? Hold on. I'll unblock you tomorrow. Bye. Wait, Sherry! Hi, Holly. Thanks for helping out yesterday and the day before that. I would have been happy if you'd just come, but to think that you would help as well. Don't worry about it, Sherry. You were way more busy than I was. Thanks for letting me sit with your relatives. I was my mother's child from her previous marriage, and now that they're divorced, I would have no way to object if you called me a stranger. But Dad loved you as well. You know that? Yep, I never knew my real father. It was only for a short while, but I was really happy during that time since it felt like I had a real dad. I see. I want to come to the memorial ceremony as well. Can I come? Of course you can. Once we get his inheritance sorted out, we're going to be giving out some of his stuff as remembrance as well. So come to that too if you want. Thanks. Oh, On the other hand, though, there's something unrelated I want to talk to you about. You told me yesterday when we had a conversation that you cut ties with your mother and are now living in the capital, right? Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell you about it in detail since we didn't have much time, though. You see, once I graduated college, I purposefully found a job in Tokyo. Mom opposed it furiously and basically just forcefully left the house. This all happened 3 years ago, and I haven't met her ever since. I still have her contact information because I'm afraid of what she'll do if I completely cut her out, but I keep the chat hidden. Is that so? Why are you asking about Mother? Oh, yeah. I also basically cut ties with your mother and now only have her contact information. But 2 days ago, she sent me this strange message. What kind of message? She was telling me to come since it was your wedding ceremony. Huh? I don't have a fiancé. I don't even have a boyfriend. There's only this one guy that I dated for half a year during college, and I've been single ever since. I see. That just makes the message Mom sent me even stranger. I want to see these messages. Send me screenshots, will you? Got it. Hold on. I have no idea what she's talking about. Sorry about my mother, Sherry. What? There's no reason for you to apologize. You did nothing wrong. I was thinking about asking you if you knew what she might be talking about, but you have no idea, right? Yep, I haven't got a clue. But don't you think that we should probably find out what she's trying to do? Judging by her tone, she must have gotten into some trouble. Holly, I just got a message from her. Hello, Sherry. I decided to believe you about yesterday's funeral. What? You're going to be having a memorial service soon, right? I'll come as well, so tell me when it's going to be once it's decided. You don't need to go out of your way and come. I can't just not go to my ex-husband's memorial service, can I? What's your deal? What you're saying right now is completely different to what you said yesterday. I had no idea what you were talking about by Holly's wedding. Yes, about the wedding. You see, I need some money. What? Yesterday's wedding wasn't actually Holly's wedding, but Holly's ex-boyfriend's wedding. My bad, I must have gotten confused. What? I had no idea that Holly and her ex-boyfriend had broken up. I mean, the two of them are currently in Tokyo, and I thought that must mean that they're still going out. That's when I found the Facebook page of her ex-boyfriend and saw a post saying that the wedding ceremony was today. And so you thought that he was marrying Holly? I mean, it's only natural. I thought that they were still together. That's when I sent a message to her ex-boyfriend via Facebook. Why haven't I received an invitation? I'm the bride's mother, I told him. He replied by saying, the bride's parents have already passed away. We only invited her sister, her last remaining family. Please stop trying to prank us. Oh, so that's when you started invading me with text messages. But I thought that he must have some sort of misunderstanding, which is why I thought that if I came with you, who was apparently invited, they would let me come to the wedding ceremony. But you didn't seem like you wanted to come, so I had no choice but to go to the wedding on my own. Huh? I sneaked into the wedding and saw the bride walking around. I was furious and I approached her shouting, "Why didn't you invite your own mother?" Which is when I realized that it wasn't Holly at all, but a woman that I had never seen. She was so surprised she fell back, stepping on her wedding dress as she did. Don't tell me. The bride tripped and broke her hip. You heavily injured a bride you've never met before? I mean, I thought it was Holly. And so the wedding ceremony was canceled? Yes. What in the world are you doing? But... So, when you told me that you needed money, was it because they told you to pay for the damages you caused by injuring the bride and delaying the wedding ceremony? Yes, that's it. I keep telling them that it's not my fault since it was just a simple misunderstanding, but they won't listen to what I say. They told me that they would send me an invoice at a later date, and now I'm in trouble. That's when I remembered what you said about your dad dying. Huh? I was his wife for a period, which means that I have the right to receive some of his property. He owned a business, so he must have had his own money, right? So you're planning on paying for the money they're asking from you with this inheritance? That's it. People usually talk about the inheritance at the memorial service, right? You don't need to come. Why? I have a right to some of his property, I believe, so tell me the date when it's decided. You're no longer an inheritor of his property since you got divorced. Look it up on your phone. Search property inheritance plus divorced wife. I think you'll get your answer immediately. No way. So does this mean that you're going to inherit everything? That's so unfair. You could at least give me enough to pay off the money I owe Holly's ex-boyfriend. Shut up. You're making me lose my patience. Huh? I wonder who's the inhuman and heartless one. Dad just passed away 2 days ago. Don't make me talk about this. But I need the money. Shut up. I'm blocking you. Sherry, wait. Just give me a few $1,000s. That will be enough. Don't ever contact me again. Hi, Holly. You're reading my texts through your notifications or something, right? I've sent you so many texts ever since you went to Tokyo, but all my messages remain unread, so you're making me anxious, you know? You see, I'm in quite some trouble. It really is an emergency. I'm sorry, but could you please lend me some money? I suddenly need a large amount of money, you see. Either that or convince Sherry to give me the right to some of her dad's inheritance. Can you believe that she intends to take it all for herself? She's so selfish. Her dad was the owner of a business, so she must be receiving a fortune. And still she refuses to give me just enough money to pay off what your ex-boyfriend and his groom are asking from me. Can you believe it? Just give me a reply. I'm begging you. Holly, please! I barely make enough money as it is and have no savings since all I can do is work a part-time job. Hi, Sherry. I also got a call from Mom begging me to give her money. Just as I had guessed. I still have her chat hidden, so I only read everything once she'd finished texting, though. But I went over the chat history again, and it looks like she was sending texts now and then, even before the marriage. Regarding the marriage, though, she sent me a flood of texts berating me for not inviting her to the wedding. I see. So she wasn't lying then. I hadn't ruled out the possibility. I might have done something terrible to the bride Mom injured. If only I had told Mom about her misunderstanding. That's a different problem. Besides, your mother's accusations aren't your responsibility. Your ex-boyfriend and his fiancée actually told you that they don't want you to apologize and told you not to worry about it, right? Well, yeah. My ex-boyfriend knows about my family's situation, so he must have taken pity on me. Then it's probably best not to interfere any further. If you do something, your mom might interpret it as you siding with her. Who knows what kind of dangerous thing she'll do then? She might even hurt someone again. Oh, I guess you're right. I didn't think about that. It's probably best if we leave Mom on her own. Not that I want to help her, though. Your ex-boyfriend might have thought about it as well, and maybe that's why he doesn't want you to interfere any further. I see. I get it now. I'll just stand by and watch if they don't ask me to do anything, I guess. Yep, I think that's the best course of action. Well then, you're probably going to be busy for the foreseeable future, so take care not to push yourself too hard and get sick or something. Yep, take care of yourself as well, Holly. Yep, see you later. See you later. It seems that following those events, my ex-mother was asked to pay a sizable amount of money to the bride and the groom of the wedding she ruined. I don't know the exact amount, but for sure it was several tens of thousands of dollars. This was a devastating blow to my ex-mother, since she'd been supporting herself only by working part-time jobs. Not only that, but it was decided that there was a high possibility of her trying to make a run for it, so she was sent to work in a 24-hour workplace by the bride, who was apparently the daughter of a CEO. It seems that she escaped once and fled to the house me and Dad used to live in, but I wasn't home at the time, so the neighbors called the police on her. After that, she was sent to a department that had a stricter surveillance and even harder work than before. I kind of pity her, but decided to just forget since she was such a bothersome person.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Iris. Do you have a moment to talk?
Right now? Sure. What's going on?
Well, this has to do with the trip we're taking starting tomorrow. Nadia is going to be coming along with us.
What? Nadia's going to be coming along with us on this trip?
That's right. After talking with Nadia yesterday about the trip we planned to take, she told me she wanted to go along with us as well. So I invited her along to join us on this fun family trip.
Wait. What do you mean you just invited her along? You saying it so casually like that is a huge problem. Tomorrow is when we're all planning on heading out.
Nadia said that she'll be ready in time for tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about her. She's already started packing while we're here speaking.
Wait, I'm not worried about the fact that she'll be packed or not for the trip. You do realize that this trip is a family trip, and that means that it's just meant to be between us and your parents, right? And, well, you're asking for a random woman to come and join us on this trip that's supposed to be only for the family. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
What do you mean, random person? Nadia is a long-time friend of mine, right? We've known each other ever since we were tiny, and she's always been around me and my family. She's pretty much a sister to me, honestly.
I'm sure to you things may seem that way between you two, but to me, I'm not really that comfortable being around her.
You don't have to be worked up over here. She's not going to do anything to you, and she won't expect anything from you either. She actually happens to be a really outgoing woman, so you and her will get along quite well, to be honest.
This is not about us communicating with one another. Tomorrow is the trip, right? We already made reservations for just 4 people to stay, and there isn't any available room for her. I'm not sure the resort will take too kindly to us just changing the amount of people we'd like to have on our reservation.
I'm sure the resort will be fine with us adding 1 extra person. You think they'd throw a fit over something like that? And when they bring food to our rooms every morning, they can always bring extra so she can have that. You are getting way too worked up over nothing here.
Wait, there is also the car situation. The car will only fit about 4 people into it, so she won't be able to ride with us.
Car situation. Well, let's do this. We can have Nadia ride in the car with us, and you can take the bus there or something.
What?
Well, since there can only be 4 people fit into the car, I'll be the one driving, and I'll have Nadia ride shotgun, and Mum and Dad in the back seats. So you can go ahead and take a bus there, and we'll all meet there once everyone arrives.
What? Why me?
Why you? Because Nadia doesn't know anything about the resort and where it's at. If we have her take the bus there or something, she'd probably get lost on the way. She's not really used to travelling by herself, so it would be best for her to come with me in the car. I think you're far more used to riding buses and travelling on your own, so you go ahead and take one. Don't you feel like that's the best option here?
Huh?
Also, there's this. At the resort, you're going to be with my parents. Remember, we reserved 2 rooms in that suite there, right? One for my parents and one for you and I. Well, I'm thinking that Nadia and I will share a room, and you can be with my parents. How's that sound?
Huh? Why would you suggest something as stupid as that to me? Don't you think that she should be in a room with your parents and you and I get a room to ourselves? Why, when you and I are husband and wife, do I have to be with your parents?
What's wrong with that? Do you not want to be with my parents?
It's not that I don't want to be with them. Rather, I'm going to be thinking about how you are sharing a room with Nadia. I'm not going to do something like that. And it's not even like these rooms are going to be that big anyway, so I'm going to be smothered by both your mom and dad. This is not okay, Lucas. Anyway, I've already told you we can't just ask the resort to increase the amount of people on the reservation, right? It's too late. I'm sorry, but it's a no-go from me on having Nadia come along with us this time. Now go tell her no.
If I went back to her now and said no, I'd feel terrible for her. She's been looking forward to this trip for the past couple of hours. It's totally fine that we'll be bringing one extra person along. If the resort does have any issues with her coming, then I'll be the one paying for her, all right? That should make you happy, right?
What? When making the plans for this whole trip, you said you wouldn't pay for any of my trip and stay, saying that it was mine to pay for. So I had to use up my bonus from this year to pay for this trip. But when it's for Nadia, you're all in on paying for her to come on the trip.
What's wrong with that? Stop trying to make it seem like you hate all of this. Now, this is all fine with you, right?
No, it's not. Let me tell you right now that Nadia is not just some normal longtime friend of yours. I've heard plenty of times from your mom that in the past you both dated for a while. So in other words, Nadia is your ex-girlfriend, right? What the heck do you think you're doing, bringing your ex-girlfriend on a family trip with both your parents and your wife? I don't think any of this is funny if it's some kind of joke. I do not want her coming along with us.
What's gotten into you? You jealous of her or something? You are such a loser for being jealous of someone like her.
This is not about me being jealous of her. This is the family trip that I had to plan out and then pay for. This is about me wondering why, out of all the people you planned to bring along on this trip last minute, you chose to want to bring your ex-girlfriend. And why are we still talking about her as though you want to be around her all the time? I'm your wife. Why do you want her around you all the time on this trip when I'm the person you're supposed to love? This is all completely screwed up.
Oh, you are such a pain in my neck, Iris. I've told you already that Nadia is just a long-time friend of mine now, and that's it. And the only reason we dated in the past is because both of our families are friends with each other. Being around one another all the dang time would lead to us trying out the dating life with one another, right? And let's be honest, you came far later than her in my life. So just give it up and deal with her.
Deal with her? What? You're going to mess up all the plans I worked so hard on making the day before the trip when you never once helped me in any way setting all this up? I had to reserve the resort and pay for all that. I had to reserve all the food and pay for that. And I'm supposedly the one paying for gas. But now you want me to ride the bus there separately and then stay in a room with your mom and dad? You really think I'm just going to deal with all of that? You have no right.
Oh, jeez. You're being so freaking rude now. My mum said this was fine having Nadia join us. I just got off the phone with her a little bit ago, and she said she'd love to have Nadia on the family trip. Even my dad said it would be all right to have her tag along. So right now it's 3-1, and the three of us want her to come along.
Huh? You're telling me that both your parents are fine with all this as well? They're fine with both the car situation and the resort?
Yes, they both are. The only person that's against all of this is you, all right? Can you give up on fighting me on this and just let it be? I think it's best that you stop trying to piss me off any further, all right? I hate having to deal with jealous women with you right now.
Is that so? All right, then. Then go ahead and do whatever you guys want. And as for tomorrow, I'll be taking the bus instead.
Now, was that so hard? You could have just started with all that and we would have been completely fine. Now I'm going to get all your things out of the car and put them in the garage, and I'm going to let Nadia know that she can bring her stuff over whenever to put in the trunk. Thanks, Iris. Hey, wait a minute, Iris. Where is the key to the car? It's not where it normally should be. Right now, everyone is at the house ready to take off. Mom and Dad and Nadia. Since I don't have the key on me, I can't even unlock the car. Did you have any idea where it might have been left?
I happen to have it on me right now. Did you need it?
What? Wait, you're already on the way to the resort now, right? Right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to the resort right now. The bus actually arrived a little earlier than expected, so I'm just here waiting on you guys at the bus stop. Ah, and the spare key for the car is also in my purse.
What the hell were you thinking? You have both the car keys on you, which means that all of us won't be able to take the car. How are the four of us supposed to get to the resort now?
Well,
Well, Iris, are you trying to piss me off right now?
who do you think is more pissed off at the moment? I think that I am far more pissed off than you are, and I have been all day. This was the family trip that I put all my time into planning and then had to pay for with all my bonus. And you think that you can just start inviting whoever you want to come along a day before we leave? And what's worse is you wanted to bring along your longtime friend, who also happens to be your girlfriend, and have her ride in the car with you, all while making me take the train? And then you want me sleeping in a small room with both your parents while you and her get to share a bed together? How much more were you going to screw with me like that, you jerk? After something like that, I'm not sure I'll be able to fathom the frickin' nerve you have. And the fact that your parents agreed with you on that says a lot of things to me. So I'm done with you being such a pain in my neck. I'm going to get a divorce from you, and then you can be with your ex-girlfriend all you want.
Well, Wait, hold on, a divorce? Wait a second, calm the heck down. Do you have any idea what a divorce even is?
Are you going to keep acting like I don't know what's going on here? I know dang well what a divorce means. It will allow for you to run off with that longtime friend of yours and have the relationship you've both been wanting to have.
Wait, are you freaking kidding me right now? You actually plan on getting a divorce from me now, just over something like this?
Just over something like this? What? You think that what you've been up to is just something simple? I see. So it's just normal for you to go around flaunting your affair in front of my face like that? Well, then that's enough of me putting up with you and your dang family now. I am going to end you all. You, your parents, and that woman you've been cheating on me with.
Wait, cheating on you? Cheating on you with her? I told you that Nadia and I do not have that kind of relationship with one another. I get that we went on a date once before, but right now the two of us are just longtime friends. Nothing else. You're way too crazy about all this stuff.
I am? Do you think that I have no clue about what's been going on with you and her? I have heard a lot from that longtime friend of yours, Lucas, about how when you say you have to work overtime, you're really up to something else. I've heard all the details about it because I receive a text about it every time. Sending me pictures every single time you both are together, bragging about how she gets to be with you.
What?
At the start of all this, I didn't want to think it was anything significant. But recently, things with her have only been getting worse. Sending me pictures of you both sleeping on bed together naked, and some of you both hanging out in different hotel rooms together.
What? Wait, are you serious? No, Wait.
I've gone ahead and saved all those pictures to my phone, and now I have all the proof I need of you and Nadia being more than just longtime friends. And not just the photos, but screenshots of her bragging to me about what you both were up to, and recorded voicemails you sent me saying that you'd have to stay at work late again. With all this evidence I have, I could send you right to hell. Go ahead and start getting all your money in order. You're going to need it for the settlement I'm asking for. I plan to get in touch with a lawyer really soon here.
No, hold on for just a minute. You have this all completely wrong, all right? I'm literally nothing to Nadia besides a friend, and that goes both ways with us. You are the woman I love the most, and only you, all right? So, let's just both calm down a bit here. We can both take some time to breathe and talk all this through.
I'm already quite calm, actually, besides the occasional anger. Also, when you say that I'm the woman you love the most, that must mean there is another woman you love the second most, right? And maybe even a third? People that cheat really don't know how to phrase what they want to say properly, do they?
You're wrong. You have this all wrong. Hey, can we please take a moment to discuss all of this in person? We can all get on the bus right now and meet you there to talk this all over.
Well, if you want to come all the way out here, then be my guest. But there's no place for you guys to stay out here, all right?
What? Wait, but we still have the other room, right? We reserved 2 rooms for the 5 of us.
The 5 of us? I only ever reserved 1 room. And it's a larger room for my sister and my parents to all stay in with me. Well, I had always planned for us to all share one large family room, but I didn't want to waste it all on myself. There would also be way too much food for just me to eat, so I asked my parents and my older sister to come out and stay with me. So even if you did come on the next bus, there wouldn't be a room here open for you guys. And since it's the middle of spring break, I'm not so sure you'll find a room at any of the hotels or resorts here. But if you all really want to come out here, then get ready to sleep out in a park somewhere.
What? Iris, that's... You asked your family to come along without asking me for permission first? This is supposed to be a trip for my family to go on.
Wow, have the tables really turned on you or what? Who was the one that invited a complete stranger on this family trip without ever asking me first? Go ahead and get mad at me all you want for this, but this has made us even now. Remember when I said I wasn't going to let this all happen anymore? Well, here we are. I'm no longer taking any of your crap, and I'm going to be serving what you've given me right back.
Wait, no way. I'm telling you that I really have not been cheating on you.
Go ahead and keep saying that to me. I love watching you freak out like a little ant drowning in water. Just know that you saying you've not been cheating isn't going to do anything for you. I have loads of evidence that says otherwise.
No, you seriously are making a huge mistake right now. Just freaking believe me.
All you have to say to me anymore is that I'm the one who's misunderstanding things, and not once have you apologized to me yet. I guess even now, while you're caught red-handed, you still think everything you've done isn't wrong?
Wait, no. Sorry, I made a big mistake this time. I'm so dang sorry for everything I did to you recently.
I asked for an apology from you, not this shallow and heartless BS. When I'm done spending time with my family here, I'll get to work on the divorce. So until then, can you sit tight and be quiet for me? I'm really excited to relax at this amazing resort that I picked out. And I don't need to keep having my phone go off about something that's not my fault.
Wait.
See you, Lucas. From there, I went ahead and turned all notifications from Lucas off and ignored him. I was then able to meet up with my mom, dad, and my sister, and the four of us were able to enjoy the resort, while eating amazing foods and drinking lots of alcohol. I guess it really is the most fun when you go on trips with those you can love and trust. After our stay at the resort was over, I went home with both my parents, and there I got in touch with a lawyer to start working on the divorce. I started showing all the evidence I had of Lucas cheating on me with Nadia, and the whole meeting with my lawyer went by smoother than butter. Both Lucas and his parents came to my parents' house begging for me to not go through with the divorce. But I wasn't going to have it, and made sure to divorce Lucas while also getting a settlement from both him and Nadia. And what do you know? 2 months after the divorce, Lucas and Nadia got married to one another. But when it came to Nadia, she may have been a really good lover to Lucas, but as his wife, she was a no-go. And once again, due to cheating, the relationship they had went cold in half a year. Then Lucas tried to get back in touch with me, trying to get me to come back to his side and marry him. But by that point in time, I was with another man that my older sister had introduced me to. And when I told him I was already married, he shut up and would never talk to me again after that. I really hope he realizes nobody's going to want him around them when he thinks it's all right to invite another woman on a family trip with his wife and parents. Luckily for me, I have a new husband now who is both really kind to me and treats me as though I'm his equal. And from here on, I'm going to forget about that idiot ex of mine and put all my head into thinking about my true love.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hi, Linda. Is my 500 euros for this month not ready yet? You're on your way home from work right now, right? Don't forget to deposit the money into my account at the bank, all right? Huh? What are you talking about, Mom? But I already gave you the 500 euros yesterday. No, you didn't. I'm talking about the 500 euros you sent each month. Are you trying to play dumb and get away with not giving it to me? But I already gave it to you. I gave it to you in front of Elio, so there can't be a mistake. Ask him if you don't believe me. What? Elio? Yes, your son and my brother Elio. Apparently he was in the hallway when I gave you that money. You didn't notice that he was looking at us? That kid is pretty serious when it comes to money, so I think it would be best if you don't try anything strange. Oh, I remember now. You did give me 500 euros yesterday, huh? Sorry, I must be getting old. It's not like I wanted to get an extra 500 euros from you or anything, so don't tell Elio I asked you for money, all right? Yeah, I get it. I'm about to get off the train and walk home, so I'll end our conversation here. Hey, Linda, I just found your payslip. You only earned this much money all along? What? My payslip? I saw that you only earned 1,000 euros a month. I thought that you went to the office every day to work, but there's no way an employee at a company would only earn this much. You've just been pretending to have an actual job all this time, didn't you? When in reality, you probably only work part-time a few days a week. Huh? 1,000 euros? What in the world are you talking about? I'm the one asking you. I see now. That's why last month when I tried to get an extra 500 euros from you, you wouldn't give it to me no matter what. It's because you just didn't have any money, right? Because if you had given me 1,000 euros in total, that would have been all your money for that month. Mother, I don't quite understand what you're talking about right now. I haven't told you about my monthly wage in detail yet, but I can at least tell you that it isn't as low as 1,000 euros a month. Oh, and do you realize that you just admitted to trying to get an extra 500 euros from me? I wonder what Elio would say about this. No, don't tell Elio! What I meant was, when I accidentally tried to get an extra 500 euros from you, you see? And don't even try playing dumb with me. I have proof of it in my hands right now in the form of a payslip. The numbers don't lie, Linda. It says here that you only earned 1,030 euros in the month of October. Huh? I assure you I earned more than 1,030 euros last month. Besides, I haven't received a payslip on paper for several months now, so whatever you have in your hands right now can't be mine. Huh? What do you mean you haven't received a payslip for several years now? Don't tell me, but have you actually been unemployed all this time? What have you been doing outside every day for the past few years then? I don't mean that I'm unemployed. I just meant that I receive payslips online now. It's custom for people to receive digital payslips at a lot of places nowadays, you know? I can view it on my phone or my computer right now, and I assure you it won't say that I only earned 1,030 euros. But I have proof right here. Elio isn't the only one who's serious about money in this house. I am too. I'm not going to forgive how you've been leeching off of us for these past few years. But isn't that what you've been doing to me and Aunt ever since you and Dad got divorced? Besides, you can say whatever you want, but it won't change the fact that my monthly wage isn't 1,000 euros. Where did you even get this payslip or whatever of yours? I got it from the safe in the living room. But I've never used that safe before. The fact that you won't admit it even though I'm confronting you like this is basically proof that your monthly wage is 1,000 euros. Only a guilty person would lie like that. Huh? That doesn't make any sense. By your logic, literally everyone would be guilty. And what makes you so sure I'm even lying in the first place? Of course you're lying, because you're just like your dad, a lying snake. You seriously only earn 1,000 euros a month, Linda? That's basically the same as being unemployed. I mean, you can't even support yourself with that sort of money. I don't need a parasite like you anymore. All I need is Elio, who earns 10,000 euros a month. Huh? Elio earns 10,000 euros a month? Yes. Mother, but Elio is still in college. Yes, he must be using some sort of talent of his to do some sort of unique job that pays 10,000 euros a month. Or maybe he started his own business while still in college and started something profitable. I'm so proud of him. I think that's a bit too fantastical. Besides, I'm pretty sure I'd know if Elio earned 10,000 euros a month. No, it's not fantastical. You're just jealous your brother, who's still in college, earns 10 times as much money as you. Get out of the house, Linda. You're a burden to us. I should have taken only Elio and given you to your dad when we got divorced, but apparently I couldn't do that, so I was stuck with you all these years. But now you're a functioning adult, so it doesn't matter what I do to you anymore. What? You're going to make me leave the house? Yes, that's what I said, didn't I? I said get out of the house. I don't like how you're acting all arrogant when you only earn 1,000 euros a month. And now that I know Elio earns 10,000 euros a month, I don't need a parasite like you anymore. All I need is Elio now. Leave the house right now. To me it just sounds like you're asking for something that you don't really want, but are you really sure about this? I'm telling you to leave, so of course I'm sure. I'll tell you this in advance, but it won't work if you try and stall so that you can stay in our house. I have no intention of doing anything like that, but fine, if that's what you want, I'll leave. I have a place to go for now, so I can leave as soon as you want. Oh, and I don't want you to come crying to me later on, so I'm going to tell you this now. What? I'm the one who earns 10,000 euros a month, not Elio. Without me, you two wouldn't be able to support yourselves anymore. Huh? There's no way I'm going to believe something like that. You're such a shameless liar, Linda. Trying to act as if the money Elio earns is your own. I'm cutting ties with you. I don't need a liar in the family. I see. You're cutting ties with me, huh? Fine. I think that's a good idea as well. Wow. Why do I feel so free right now?
Sister, is it true that you left the house? When I came home from school, Mom told me that you had left and the two of us were going to live together without you from now on. Is that really true?
Oh, hi, Elio.
What do you mean, hi? How can you be so calm right now? Don't leave me here with Mom. There's no way we're going to be able to support ourselves here now that you're gone. I'm currently in the process of finding a job right now since I'm about to graduate from college. I don't have the strength to deal with this as well.
Oh, sorry. I should have explained the situation myself to you before she did. It's not that I'm abandoning you to live with Mom or on your own, but it's just that I got the feeling that if I didn't get out of the house as soon as possible, Mom would start throwing away my stuff from the next day. That's how strongly she wanted me to leave.
Huh? What's she getting mad about this time? Seriously, she acts like she's some sort of queen around here, when in reality, we wouldn't be able to get by without you and Aunt's help. All she does is lay around doing who knows what all day. Jesus, that mom of ours is really a hassle. She doesn't like you because you look and act like her dad she got divorced with a few years ago, right? That's why she's been trying to find a reason to kick you out of the house ever since. Looks like it finally happened.
Well, it's not like I haven't noticed it myself. Our mom is just too much for us to handle. Even Dad couldn't put up with her and eventually lost his patience, eventually leading to a divorce.
Well, yeah, I know that too, but what am I gonna do now that you're gone?
Don't worry, we'll think of something. But first, there's something I want to ask you.
What?
Did you do anything that might have made Mom think that you earned 10,000 euros a month?
Huh? Mom thinks I earn 10,000 euros a month?
Yeah, that's why she kicked me out, because she said she would rely on you instead from now on. Anyways, can you think of anything? Not just something that would make her think you earned 10,000 euros a month, but maybe something that would make her get our monthly wages mixed up as well, so?
Oh, I think I might have an idea as to what it might be. You see, I taped a paper on the wall of my room recently with the words 10,000 euros monthly written on it. I guess she misunderstood and thought I was posting my monthly salary on the wall. What kind of weirdo does that? I mean, any normal person would understand that it's supposed to signify a goal.
Well, you know how our mom always interprets things in ways that are beneficial to her. Besides, what you're doing is pretty weird as well, Elio. Why'd you do something like that again?
What about it is weird? I thought that I wanted to be like you and earn 10,000 euros a month myself in the future. I think Mom might have entered my room without my permission again. and that's probably when she saw it.
Okay, next question. Do you know anything about a payslip that outlines a salary of 1,000 euros a month?
A payslip?
Yeah. For some reason, Mom thinks that I only earn 1,000 euros a month. She made a commotion saying that she saw my payslip or something.
But that's probably my monthly wage I earn from working part-time jobs.
I thought so. Do you remember putting a payslip inside the safe in the living room?
Yeah, because I don't have a safe in my room. I wanted to put it somewhere Mom wouldn't find it, but I guess putting it in the safe was a bad idea, huh?
That must be it.
Huh?
Mom saw your payslip and thought it was mine, which is why she told me that you might as well be unemployed if you only earn 1,000 euros in a month.
Seriously? But doesn't she see you go to the office every day? What kind of office employee only earns 1,000 euros a month?
Yeah, that's what a sane person would think. Our mom, on the other hand, thought that I had only been fooling her by pretending to go to the office all the time, when, in reality, I was out enjoying myself or something. Also, she must have been so biased against me that she didn't notice that the name on the payslip wasn't mine. She probably just wanted a reason to insult me and automatically assumed that the payslip was mine.
Huh? Doesn't that mean that it's my fault that you had to leave the house? I'm sorry, I guess.
It's fine. It's not your fault. Besides, I'm kind of glad that Mom finally kicked me out of the house. I had always wanted to leave, but I couldn't just leave the two of you on your own, you know?
But what are we supposed to do now? Will you provide for us like before?
I know. Why don't you just leave the house as well?
What?
You see, I've been thinking recently that we need to stop being so patient with Mom. It's already been 7 years since she and Dad got divorced, but she still hasn't found a job. She hasn't even realized yet that I'm the one that's keeping this family afloat. She needs to go and get a job soon, since otherwise she's not going to have any money for her retirement.
It's just as you say. I'm sick of how she always relies on us like some sort of parasite.
Yep. You see, I moved temporarily to the apartment that I'm renting as a studio for my YouTube channel, but do you want to live here until you graduate from college or something? There's one room available.
Mom doesn't know about that apartment, right?
Yep. She doesn't even know that I run a cooking channel on YouTube.
That's right, I forgot. All right, I think I'll accept your offer.
It's going to be farther from your university than our current house is, but is that all right?
It's fine. It's only gonna take about an extra 15 minutes to get to school from there, right? I just need to get used to it.
I see. Well, if that's the case, first, why don't you bring your stuff here into my apartment little by little so that Mom won't notice anything? We'll wait for until Mom leaves the house for at least a few hours, and then we'll bring your large furniture like your bed and desk here. Tell me if you know of any dates when Mom isn't going to be home for a long time. I'll hire a moving company to help you on that day.
Sister, I heard that Mom is gonna be on a one-day trip with her friends next Saturday. She's not gonna be here from morning to night, so this is our chance.
Next week Saturday, huh? Got it. Linda! Elio's gone! Do you know anything about this? You know something about this, don't you? Tell me right now! Huh? Elio? I heard that he wanted to leave the house as well, but I didn't know about what he was planning in detail. Huh? He wanted to leave the house? Yep, he's been talking about how he wanted to leave the house while he was in college. You haven't heard anything about it from him? I haven't! I used up a lot of money today on a one-day trip with my friends, so I only have 50 euros right now. I was planning on getting Elio to give me 1,000 euros later on, but I guess the timing was bad. But if you asked him for 1,000 euros, then all his money he earned from working part-time jobs in a month would disappear, so don't do that to him, okay? Huh? Mom, I heard from Elio that he put a copy of his payslip in the safe in the living room. That's probably the payslip you saw and thought was mine. Why don't you just look at that payslip closely one more time and make sure to check the name? Huh? I got the payslip, but... Huh? This is Elio's payslip? Yes. But it was written on his room that he earned 10,000 euros monthly. You mean the paper he taped to his wall with the words 10,000 euros monthly written on it? It doesn't mean that he actually earns 10,000 euros a month. It just meant that that was his goal for the future. Huh? Then what you said about you earning 10,000 euros a month? That was true as well. If that's the case, then come back right now. Why? Because not only do I not know where Elio is, but now I know that you earn 10,000 euros a month while he only earns 1,000 euros a month. It's only natural that I depend on your salary from now on. Now that I know you earn that much money, don't you think? Come back here by tomorrow, okay? Sorry, that's impossible. Why? You see, the residence contract on that house was already terminated. Huh? The residence contract was terminated? Yeah, I told our aunt, who's the owner of that house, that I left. Your aunt? You mean my sister, right? Yep. Apparently Elio contacted her as well. She said that now that I wasn't there, there was no need for her to keep paying for a 3 LDK apartment that costs 800 euros a month. My aunt says that she's going to take care of you for now and make sure that you'll be able to live on your own in the future. Huh? Mom, you don't know just how much money you use every month, don't you? Huh? It's 500 euros, right? The 500 euros you gave me every month. To be honest, that was just your allowance I was giving you. We relied on your sister to pay for that house's rent of 800 euros a month, but I was the one who paid for everything else. Our food expenses, our water and electricity bills, our taxes, etc. I've been supporting you financially on my own completely ever since you and Dad got divorced. What? You see, I realized that part of the reason you have zero understanding of such financial and societal matters is because you don't have a job. In fact, you've never had a job, right? Which is why even our aunt's saying that if me and Elio are going to be leaving the house, you need to become independent yourself as well. My sister. Why does she always have to be such a thorn in my side? By the way, she said this morning. She said that she was going to contact you once you got home from your one-day trip. Huh? Linda, I'm going to go where you are now, so tell me your address. If you don't tell me quick, then my sister is going to come for me. You know that I don't like my sister, right? If you don't want to put your own mother through hell, then come and save me right now. Linda! My aunt is single, but unlike my mother, her sister, 1 year younger than her, she is a completely independent adult. The two have completely opposite personalities. She came to our old house soon after that to pick up Mom and made her pack the bare necessities. They left that evening, and now my mom lives with her at her house. By the way, it takes 3 hours and a half to get from her house to me and Elio's house, so she won't be able to get here so easily, especially since she doesn't have a driver's license. My mom now lives under the watch of her sister and, forced to find a job by her, started out by handing with newspapers. My mom is a late sleeper and hates getting up early in the morning, so I know this must be really tough for her, but according to my aunt, this is just the first step in your mom overcoming her fears. Just as I expected, she sends me and Elio complaints every day through text, but me and Elio changed phone numbers and contact information on the recommendation of our aunt. Elio and I are now living a peaceful life without our mom. I didn't know things could be so simple.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.